25-year-old outfielder Brandon Haveman was in the Lancaster Barnstormers uniform at the start of the season. He would play in just one game against the York Revolution, going 0 for 3 at the plate. But York Revolution manager Andy Etchebarren had seen enough. Haveman that day hit the ball right at York defenders and got out of the batter's box with lightning speed. But for Haveman, that's something he's been doing all of his life.
Came over here and just the way I play, I run everything out, that's the way I've been brought up. That's the way I have to play the game in order to, have scouts even look at me, because they look at me and I'm just a tiny little guy. They're just like, what can this guy do?
So when Lancaster manager Butch Hobson released Haveman on May 23rd, Etchebarren came calling the very next day. It worked out for both clubs. Haveman needed work, and Etchebarren needed a leadoff man, being that center fielder Scott Grimes was dealing with a wrist injury.
Butch called him actually and was like, here, he wants to talk to you for a second. He's just like, hey, I want to bring a guy over that, will bring a little energy to the team. And Butch says the way you play the game, you bring a natural energy to the game.
Indeed, Haveman has been that energy guy for York. He and fellow outfielder Bobby Kilty joined the Revs on May 24th. And since then, York has won 10 of its last 13 games while averaging more than 6 runs a contest. Kilty has 3 home runs to go along with 8 RBIs, while Haveman is batting an impressive .362 as York's leadoff man. For Haveman, it's a turnaround from the .182 average he had with Lancaster. Haveman says the difference has been playing every day.
Playing maybe once every 3 days or something like that, I know I came in late. I came in 4 games into the season, and they had 2 outfielders that were hitting over 400 already. It's tougher. The more at bats you get, the more comfortable you get in the batter's box and stuff like that. The more pitches you see, the better the baseball looks to you.
29th round pick of the Seattle Mariners in 2009, Haveman quickly ascended to Class AAA Tacoma in 2011. And as a Mariners prospect, he always hit well, so long as he saw game action every day.
I've always been a good hitter. Every level that I've been at, I've hit, when I got the opportunity. And, I just came out here, I wanted to prove that I can be an everyday player and, come out here and get on base for these guys to hit me in.
While York fans might hope for some bad blood between Haveman and Lancaster, he says he's not caught up in the War of the Roses.
I got to know all those guys pretty well, so, it's tough to come over here and I don't ever root against anybody.